Wednesday. This is Jocelyn Grimaldi with Joy Talk, and I'm here from 2 to 4 p.m. every Wednesday. It's a lovely 46 degrees outside with clouds here in Kent, Ohio, and that's pretty warm for what it's been lately. It's been pretty chilly. So, all right, I'm not going to talk about the weather today, but unconditional love is the answer, folks. Even if you think that whatever you're sending love to is dark or negative or it won't love you back, it still benefits no matter what. As much as it doesn't seem like it in that moment, unconditional love is the answer, and I will probably be saying that a lot today. So, yeah, it's awesome that we can spread such a beautiful message. And there's a day dedicated to it. So love everything you got. And I hope all of you are eating chocolates and stuff. My favorite are the Reese Hearts. And I think they taste way better than the normal Reese cups. Like, the shapes definitely taste a lot better. And the people who say that they don't have any difference, come on, like the texture is just different and it's better in my opinion. So I'm gonna play Crazy Little Thing Called Love by Queen. Thank you for listening to Joy Talk. This is Jocelyn Grimaldi, and I'll be here till 4. Okay, so happy Valentine's Day. I love all of you so much. I'm sending all my love and light through a lavender colored light to all of you. That's the color of my love light today. So I hope you can feel it. I hope you can sense it because it's there. Unconditional love for all of you. Okay, so I'm going to read some passages from my book by the same author that I read from last week, Shannon Kaiser, except this book is called The Self-Love Experiment, and it's really good. I'm halfway through it, but it's got a lot of good points in it, and I love it so much. Okay, so self-acceptance is joy. Don't waste time with negative thoughts. Life is too short to spend flogging yourself or feeling bad about any part of yourself. Oh, she's talking about her grandmother. Okay. Oh, okay. Loving yourself, sorry. Loving yourself has nothing to do with how you look. It is about how you live. So she talks a lot about, Shannon Kaiser went through some eating disorder issues and some drug addiction. And so this book touches on a lot of points with her experience, and it's really inspiring and beautiful. So if you have issues that you're going through and it's hard for you to reach that level of pure self-love, unconditional love for yourself, then I really recommend this book, but also just know that the struggle is necessary for the end outcome of your true potential of self-love. Self-acceptance is available to us in every moment, but we have to invite it in. Most of us wait for self-love and respect. We wait until we meet our hero. Metaphorically speaking, of course, as our heroes come in all different forms. To lose the weight or land our dream job or win the lottery or meet the person who completes us. This is an elusive there. We wait for it impatiently, but meanwhile we self-loathe and ridicule ourselves, which in essence makes it impossible for us to get what we want. Why not reserve it? Why not give yourself what you desire now? Self-love and respect? You deserve it in this moment. Invite love in, because when you have self-love, you are connected to your authentic self and life feels better. Here's the thing about self-acceptance. When you love yourself, others can't bring you down, but that doesn't mean they go away or don't try. In fact, during the first few months of my self-love experiment journey, I saw more negative comments on my blog, vlogs, and videos than ever before. People were actually attacking my character and saying I was an unfit person to give life advice because I am overweight. Strangers were telling me I was ugly and should not be helping people because I was tough to look at. It was as if the universe was trying to test me. Do you really love yourself in the face of these attacks? My answer, heck yes. I am confident in who I am because God made me and God is love. I love who I am because I am love. The truth about people who try to bring you down is that they lack the confidence you have. They fear what you are shining. People are scared of things they don't understand, but I am done trying to fit in to please others' insecurities, and so are you. Just let it go and focus on you. I stand tall and proud of myself. I invite you to stand tall alongside me. I also realize that when other people make comments or say things that hurt your feelings, it is also because they are hurting. When people hurt people, it is because they are trying to make sense of a world that hurt them. When we attack others with negative thoughts, we are not standing in our truth. When others attack us with negativity or judgment, or we do this to others, we are always allowing fear to make our choices. But we are so much more than what scares us. Let love be your compass. The best thing we can do is send love to others, but start by first sending yourself love. When you love yourself enough, others' opinions won't hurt you because you will be so comfortable and confident with your own self. This is the ultimate goal of self-love. Keep going onward with the love you feel for you. Free yourself from the worry and fear. When you love yourself, you can't help but extend that love to others. Instead of trying to get others to love you, all you have to do is focus on loving yourself. Because when you love yourself, the right people will love you too. But it always starts with you. That was a few pages from Shannon Kaiser's book, The Self-Love Experiment. And she's right. Don't look for outside sources of love before you truly know that you got to truly know that you have love for yourself, because if you don't, then you're going to only attract the wrong types of quote-unquote love from other people, because you won't know it for yourself and you won't feel it for yourself. So always look within and be in tune to, how you feel about your own wants and needs and what you do desire, and always express truth, because the truth will set us free and you're going to attract all the right things in life, not the false things. If you're not being your true self, then you're going to attract the fake things into your life, and then in the end, it might seem pretty on the surface of it all in the beginning, but then it's going to cut really deep in you when you realize, oh, I wasn't being authentic, so now everything isn't real. So I'm going to play All My Lovin' by the Beatles, and then This Must Be the Place by Talking Heads, and then we'll be back. And also, my good friend Steve Vernak is calling in today around 3:15 to talk about self-love as well. Hello, I'm back. This is Jocelyn Grimaldi with Joy Talk, and I got some beautiful messages from my good friend Mitch Moran back in Buffalo. He sent me these the other day. I was just so amazed at all of his. I just can't even. I'll read them to you. But he attended the opera Parsifal in New York City at the Metropolitan. I don't even know if I'm saying that correct. Parsifal? Okay. Well, anyway, I'm just going to read his realizations and experience when he was in the audience the whole time. And it was so beautiful. It gave me chills. It almost brought tears to my eyes. Okay. He said, I've never in my life truly felt unconditional love for the entire universe and myself and the universe. It's all the same thing. We're all the same thing. I've always ran. I've always acted tough. I've always put on a mask. I've always pretended to see the world in love and light. It was not until Parsifal that I felt it. From intellectually knowing, assuming I should see others as myself and love them conditionally, all in my brain, my ego to finally feeling it like my life purpose was laid out right before my eyes. To bear the burden of the world with full love and compassion and heal. Just love, 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 no matter how much it hurts, just always love. Otherwise, what's the point? I can't get over what happened to me the other night. I've never in my life... Oh, did I read that? Okay, yeah. He said, I've never in my life felt unconditional love for the entire universe and myself. Like I looked around me and saw no difference between me and the people around me. It was really scary at first. I loved unconditionally first the myself, then the people that I hold so close to my heart, like you and my family, and a couple of my closest friends, and then that just spread to the entire universe, and then I felt I was the entire universe, and I felt life's intent and purpose, to become aware of love, unconditional love, healing the world. Like, you gotta understand, I've always knew it intellectually from reading books and meditation, but I finally felt it. It was a crazy journey. Internalize and keep feeling it and letting it flow. I'm sure I'll close up. The world's a hard place. Suffering is real, but now I'm a popped lid and it feels really good. And that is what my friend Mitch texted me this weekend after seeing a beautiful opera in New York City at the Metropolitan Parsifal. And I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that it just truly opened my mind. It's so beautiful when you have those. I mean, those moments are rare when you can feel it. Like, yes, we know unconditional love, but when you truly feel it, oh my gosh, those moments are indescribable, and it's what we live for, I'm telling you. And then it's so funny because I was just looking at my notes in my phone yesterday randomly, and I guess I wrote this down Thursday. I don't know, I forgot that I wrote it down. It was throughout my day. I just had a thought and wrote it down, but it kind of goes hand in hand with what he texted me. And I wrote down, we are all so connected. I focused on connecting today to everyone through thoughts, realizing that we are all just different forms of each other, seeing myself in everyone and vice versa. And I think I wrote that down that day because so many synchronicities and alignments kept happening. Well, they're always happening, but the more that I have to stop and put myself in tune to how much we are all interconnected and how I am you and you are me, it really makes it even more intense, those alignments and synchronicities. So we are not better than anyone. We're all equal and we all have something to offer, which makes this life beautiful. So love what you have and love what you don't have, because I'm sure that you can find it in someone else, and that's how we share this beautiful life of love. So I'm gonna go on to playing Talking Heads, This Must Be the Place, and I'll be right back. Thank you. This is Joy Talk. So I'm going to read a poem from one of my poetry books. A lot of people love this one. It's called Broken Flowers by Robert M. Drake. That's the book. And the poem is called Be You. I need you to be you, and that is all I want. I want you to become the person you want to become, not for your friends or family or for the new promises you make to yourself every year. Become who you want to become for the person inside of you, the one you let out when no one is around. That is the real you. That is who you should be. That is who I want to meet, and that is who I want to love. So that was a poem by Robert M. Drake from the book Broken Flowers. It's a beautiful, dense book of poems. I love it. All right, so I got my friend coming to talk today at 3:15. Well, he's calling, so hopefully we can get him on this phone that we got here in the studio. And his name's Steve Vernak, and he's a part of Vinyl Wings in Ohio. Love that band. They're on Spotify, SoundCloud, and he'll tell you what else they're on because I'm not sure, but they're awesome. And I wish I could play them for you today, but we had to put the music in the system 24 hours before, and I didn't do that because of time. But so hopefully next week I'll have their music because I love music, local music. And if you know of any local music, holler at me. We're gonna get you on here. All right, I'm going to read some more from Shannon Kaiser's book, The Self-Love Experiment. Have you ever said, if I only had more money, then I could do what I really want with my life? Or if I only lost more weight, I could start dating again? Or if only I were healthier, then I could be happier? Or if only I were X, my life would be complete? Do you have a problem in your life, an insecurity or flaw that you're trying to fix? If only it would go away, then your life would be better. We think our problems are blocking us, but what if I told you there is another way to be happy than just getting rid of our problems? I spent years trying to fix me, trying to change aspects I hated, trying to fit into a version of what society thought was best. It resulted in depression, eating disorders, and at one point even drug addiction. During my self-love experiment, I had a breakthrough. We are not our problems. There is nothing to fix. What if everything in our life is here by design? That thing you hate about yourself is not a flaw, I promise. What if I told you it is trying to help you? Despite what you might believe about yourself, you are not broken. You are not your problems. There's nothing to fix. You're not off track. There isn't something wrong with you. Your insecurities are not hindering you, and your flaws don't make you weak, unlovable, or unsuccessful. You are not doomed to fail or stay stuck forever. Your angst, insecurities, and fears are not the problems in your life. The only problem is that you think you have a problem, and your attention on the problem is what keeps it from going away. We think the problem, flaw, or habit we want to change is the real issue that's holding us back. But it's not the problem, flaw, or habit per se, but rather the way that it has manifested itself as a form of support in your life. I thought my overeating was the problem, but it was my focus on its being a negative habit that kept me wrapped up in its stronghold. Once I stopped focusing on its being an issue, I stopped overeating. I discovered this concept while reading John Gabriel's book, The Gabriel Method, in parentheses, life-changing, by the way. I'll have to pick that one up next time I'm at Barnes & Noble. In this book, Gabriel talks about the work of Ken Wilber and his breakthrough book, No Boundary. Wilber says if you want to get rid of an offensive aspect of yourself and the negative thoughts and feelings associated with it, the best way to do so is to accept them and integrate them into your consciousness. Wilber says that these things we reject about ourselves alienate us from what we think is the real us, what causes us the real issues. Negative thoughts about ourselves are like naughty children who intentionally cause problems because they want attention and need some love. These thoughts can cause all sorts of negative feelings. Most of us are walking around feeling inadequate and flawed, and we mentally beat ourselves up about it. We think there's something wrong with us because we can't break our habits or change our ways or fix our flaws, but these flaws aren't really flaws. The moment we accept them as part of our life experience, the negative hold they once had disappears. But most of us don't want to accept our flaws because we think they are bad or somehow make us ugly or unlovable. But flaws and problems in your life, much like a child acting up, get rewarded with negative attention. They may continue to act bad because the negative attention is better than no attention, right? So these areas of your life that you despise and are trying so hard to fix don't need to be fixed. They need to be loved. The fix is not to hate or send negative thoughts to ourselves about the areas we want to change. The fix is to love them. So, yeah, it all comes back down to unconditional love. Any thought or feeling that you have about yourself negatively, if you think about it as a negative, bad thing, it's going to continue to be negative. But if you actually feel yourself sending love to those thoughts, it raises the energy, the vibrations that you are emitting into the air, into the universe, and then it will shift the whole entire situation, and you will just continue to grow. But so Shannon Kaiser has some really great points here in the self-love experiment. I'm going to read another page that I put a bookmark in. So when you feel frustrated or guilty or something for something, she always relates back to losing weight or something, because she went through an eating disorder, So it says, all problems are pathways. This is fear masquerading around, dancing freely in the playground of uncertainty. We participate in the struggle by taking hold and redirecting our life into the direction we want. We use it as a trampoline to jumpstart our ideal outcome. What does this look like? This looks like being frustrated because you can't lose weight, and instead of turning to guilt or shame and berating yourself to eating too much at dinner, you turn to compassion and love and say, I'm doing the best I can, and for today I appreciate all that I am. So she wrote some little, if you ever feel like you need to really hold on, like let go of your suffering, I guess, your negative thoughts about whatever you're going through, you can write a little note to yourself, which I really recommend. It helps you connect and align with it and become one with them. So she said, Dear suffering, you can try to tear me down. You may try to take everything. Try, if you will, to break me down until there is nothing left. But I am stronger than you. I will rise. I am more courageous than my setbacks. Pain and suffering, you do not define me, nor do I need you in order to shine. You need me to validate your existence, but I don't need you. You are no longer welcome in my life. It's time we part ways. I let go of you. I release you. I am ready to thrive, free of worry, free of your pain. I step fully into the light. I release struggle. I am free. So it takes courage to go deeper into the pain and struggles that you're going through and really be positive about them. Sometimes that's hard. It's like, how do I be positive about something I really don't feel good about myself? It's difficult, but once you really just send love, unconditional love, to those thoughts and feelings, it will help. And you are the master of your life, and thoughts create reality. That is so true. So really just great points, Shannon Kaiser. Trying to go. laughing about something that I thought of. Sorry, I'm always laughing. You know, my professor yesterday, I was just sitting there laughing at the pictures that he had on the slides, and they were so funny. And he was like, Jocelyn, are you all right? And I'm just like, yes, how is no one else laughing at this? The pictures that he had, it was for my social media marketing class, and he had pictures of Starbucks and how they promote, and he was just talking about the different personas that would step into a Starbucks, and one of the pictures was like 3 older women, like middle-aged mothers sitting at Starbucks, and in the background it perfectly said Oprah's chai tea on a wall, and it was just funny that Oprah's chai tea was written perfectly. It was a picture that an iPhone took, so it was an accident that Oprah's chai tea was just perfectly in the background of these middle-aged women. And then the next photo, it was just funny. The next photo was like these girls like high-fiving each other and holding hands at a Starbucks table and smiling and laughing. And it was so cheesy, and I was just bursting out laughing, and I don't know why nobody else was. Oh my gosh. I used to like really have an issue with laughing and reading for class. It all started in 5th grade when we had to popcorn read in class, and I was just laughing so hard with my friends at my table, and I don't know what it was. I think it was a word. Oh my gosh, I have to ask my friend what word that was later on, but some word that I thought was hilarious, and we had to read through a microphone in our class, and which made it even like more hilarious. So just being put on the spot when you're laughing and when you're not trying to laugh makes it worse. So in those moments, I just kept laughing every time I read. It went on till like 2 years, maybe till 7th grade. I would just die laughing whenever I had to read in front of a class or present sometimes. Like you just can't control it, you know? Wise words from a good friend named Josh Dorsey. Laughter is the best medicine. Thank God for him. Love you, Josh. And I'm gonna play a song right now. Hi. Thank you for listening to Joy Talk. This is Jocelyn Grimaldi. I hope you guys are all having a fantabulous Valentine's Day filled with love and light. And I'm sending you beams of lavender-colored light today because that's my favorite color of light to send. I can't wait to make my dark chocolate brownies later. I hope that you guys all indulge in something that you love today. Please do it. You have to. Do what you love always. But today is really a special day. Really special to do it. So get all the candies and chocolates that you want to get. All right. You know what? I just have to say something. Whenever I introduce myself, hi, I'm Jocelyn. Some people, I get the reaction so much that people think my name is Jocelyn, and I just need to maybe like pronounce my O's a little bit more like Jocelyn, because I'm from Buffalo, New York, but that's only 3 hours from here in Kent, Ohio, but people think I talk some weird way. But when I talk like that and I like joke around, it's not my real voice. I just like doing it for fun. You know, I like to talk like this. So what if I want to talk like this? It's Valentine's Day. But yeah, whenever I'm like, hi, I'm Jocelyn, they're like, oh, hi, Jocelyn. And I'm like, I can't. More than a lot of times, okay, that's happened. So we got my friend Steve coming, or he's not coming, but he's calling in around 3:15 to touch on some self-love points, Because even though people think Valentine's Day is a day for couples and romance, it's not in my mind. Yes, it can be. Yes, it is. But also, it's for all the single people who are loving still, no matter what, because we are all love. We are all infinite beings of love and light. Heck yeah, feel it. All right. I'm holding my pink Botswana agate crystal. It's beautiful, and I could read the meanings and stuff of what it means, but sometimes I think that, the meanings of all the crystals, yes, they are beneficial in how they release the certain energy into you, but I really like how I think they make me feel without looking into the descriptions, just holding on to it and feeling this energy, and it's pink and reminds me of a heart, so I associate it with love. I think they all associate with love, so that gives me faith. All the right energy all the time. We are always receiving all the right energy at every perfect moment. All these moments are perfect for us. So I'm going to read a little bit from this spiritual growth book by Sanaya Roman, Being Your Higher Self. You strengthen people as you surround them with your loving thoughts. As you love and accept yourself, extend the same feelings to others. People are doing the best they know how given their backgrounds, circumstances, and beliefs. Rather than judging or criticizing other people, ask yourself what you can do to make their lives better. A group of women friends were critical when one of them began drinking more and neglecting her children. They realized they needed to be more loving, so they asked themselves what they could do to assist her. Rather than trying to change their friend in any way, they began to mentally broadcast to her a message that they loved her just as she was. They began to mentally broadcast to her a message that they loved her just as she was. Then they began sending her light. The results were dramatic. 2 weeks later, she suddenly decided to quit drinking and turned her life around. Send people loving thoughts. As you do, you strengthen them and support them in attracting good things. Great masters spend much of their time in states of deep love, sending energy and love telepathically to those who are asking for assistance. Yeah, I agree with that a lot. This book taught me to do that when I read it, and it really helped me because as humans, we are naturally born to judge, and it's easy to judge people on their lifestyles. We're all different, yet we're all the same. But when you turn to unconditional love, sending them no matter what, instead of trying to change them, who they are, really the power is held in sending them love. And I can tell from my life experiences that is true, and it's beneficial, I'm telling you. So whenever you think you are dealing with a situation with someone and you really want to try and control it, as much as you want to try and control it and assist them with your beliefs, and you can, yes, that we all naturally help people, and that's the beautiful gift of giving, but to an extent, because then it can bring us down too as well, and telling other people how to live actually is not going to result in them changing. It's only going to result in them probably going against what you're saying in most cases. So if you just send them that thought and energy of love and light, helps them more than trying to tell them how to live. Because thoughts are reality. Okay, reading more. You can send love backward and forward in time, and it will have a beneficial effect, for love transcends time. One woman sent love and forgiveness back to an old boyfriend. He had rejected her and hurt her feelings many years before, and she occasionally still thought of this rejection and felt hurt. She imagined herself talking to his higher self, sending him love and forgiveness. Shortly afterward, she noticed a shift in her relationship with her husband. She was able to be more open and vulnerable, as if she was no longer protecting herself from rejection. If there is anyone in your past who wronged you or who you wronged, send love and forgiveness back to him or her. As you do, you will raise your vibration. When you go to a new level of love and commitment with people, they may start acting in unlovable ways they hadn't expressed before. Love is a powerful energy. The parts of a person that have not felt loved in the past begin to feel safe enough to expose themselves. Your love creates a safe place for healing to take place. If someone has become harder to love after you have become more loving, realize that it is only happening because you have become more loving, not in spite of it. All negativity is a cry for more love. Everybody can use more love. Do not take offense if people are rude or unkind or seem like they are trying to hurt your feelings. You cannot know what is happening with them. Send them love no matter how they act. It will come back to you many times over as increased love in your life. As you love others, even those things about them that are unlovable, you rapidly increase your vibration. Yes, you do. Vibrations are so real. It's just in science. And I want to read my friend Austyn Vovos's Instagram post again because it just goes so hand in hand with what I just read and what I've been saying. And she's obviously, I read it when I started this radio show today at 2, but I just want to read it again because in case any of you missed it, and it's just a beautiful reminder. So thank you, Austyn Vovos. You can follow her on Instagram. She is beautiful inside and out. She's Austyn Vovos. And I'm going to read her beautiful post. Gave me chills because I just, Happy Valentine's Day. Love is the reason. Love can be the most beautiful and painful thing we experience in our life. But how can we appreciate the good if there isn't any bad? How can we taste the sweet if we never bite into some bitter? And how do we feel genuine happiness when we've never experienced true pain? Love endlessly and abundantly. If you love someone, something, keep on loving them and let them know. You could never give too much love. And even when those you love the most don't show their love back, keep loving them anyways. What goes around comes back around. This I promise you. Cheesy, I know, but this is the truth. This is my truth. Love is the most powerful thing in the world, and this can heal the deepest, most painful cuts. Any kind of love, whether it be for a significant other, family, friends, animals, this earth, your passions, and most importantly, yourself. Love is what keeps us moving, and this world has lost sight of that. I have many dreams that I'm passionate about pursuing in my lifetime, but my number one always has been and always will be love. No matter how many times I've been broken, burned, and scarred by love, I know the beauty that love is so worth it. The risk will always be worth it. Don't let love become just another word, just another fairy tale term, just another dream that's never come true. Don't let love become meaningless. That will lead to the ultimate downfall of society, of the world. I will use my platforms that our society creates to spread my beliefs, my passions, and I frankly don't mind if you agree or disagree. I just ask that you don't knock it till you really give it your all. It is the most beautiful feeling in the world. Don't ruin love for other people, whether you choose to participate or not. Please give love a chance. Let love in. Let love live on. Here's to my favorite holiday of all time and to everyone and anyone out there. I love you, and if I've ever loved you, I still do. Love is endless. Sugar baby honey bunches of oats. Oh, I love her so much. I miss you, Austyn. Thank you for being in my life, and thank you for shedding that beautiful message to everybody. That's so true. And I love that she said she'll use our platforms that society creates to spread my beliefs and passions, because social media can be very a negative thing today if you look at it negatively, but also it can be really, really beneficial to spread messages, spread your passion, and teach and heal and love and meet people. And there's so many opportunities that comes with social media platforms and other platforms of distributing all of our messages. So right now I'm going to play Sunshine of Your Love by the good old Cream, and I wish the sun was shining today, but he is still shining. He's just above the clouds right now, resting peacefully, but he's still there even though we can't really see him. And the love is still there too. Even if you can't see the love, it's still there too. All right. Thank you for listening to Joy Talk. I'm here till 4. Love you guys.
It's getting near dawn, when lights close the tired eyes. I'll soon be with you, my love, give you my dawn surprise. I'll be with you, darling, soon. I'll be with you when the stars start falling. I've been waiting so long to be where I'm going, in the sunshine of your love. I'm with you, my love, the light shining through on you. Yes, I'm with you, my love. It's the morning and just we two. I'll stay with you, darling, now. I'll stay with you till my seas are dried up. I've been waiting so long to be where I'm going, in the sunshine of your love. I'm with you, my love, the light shining through on you. Yes, I'm with you, my love. It's the morning and just we two. I'll stay with you, darling, now. I'll stay with you till my seas are dried up.
Thank you for tuning in. This is Jocelyn Grimaldi with Joy Talk. I'm here till 4 p.m. Want Chipotle? Want to help kids with leukemia and lymphoma? Visit the Kent Chipotle on Thursday, February 15th from between 11 a.m. and 10 p.m. to help satisfy your hunger and your local peers. Visit the Kent Wired Twitter account on Thursday for the flyer or mention it at checkout. Help us fight blood cancer, one burrito at a time. Awesome. That's a beautiful cause. I love Black Squirrel Radio. Happy to be here on a 45-degree day. I wish it was 54, but no, this is really nice. This is so much warmer than what it has been. I sat at the the Wick Poetry Center before this for 10 minutes and just by this beautiful sculpture outside and just sat with my thoughts for a little second. And this awesome poem was right around the area I was sitting on some little statue. And it's called My Soul. My soul is a drop of water, bending light into a rainbow. My soul is a flower, a closed box, waiting for someone to find its secrets. My soul is an opera, singing notes no one has ever dreamed before. My soul was pierced through the neck with an arrow, a track tube, scarlet blood dripping down. My soul is a first aid kit, hiding my scars, a missing link, a treasure. That was beautiful, and it touched my soul when I read it. But I also have to deliver some evidence that the universe is seriously magic. Oh my goodness. My best friend Carly just texted me 10 minutes ago saying that her friend that she really wanted to shoot her a text. She said in her head that she wanted to manifest a text and that she never really tried it because I don't think she said I didn't think it would work. So I was really trying to manifest this text from this person and I just kept thinking it. And she said she kept repeating under her breath that they were going to text her in 5 minutes. She looks at the clock at 3:01 and she said they texted her at 3:06. Are you kidding me? That is literally the universe. That is intention right there. Intention is a whole nother story that definitely we're going to touch on one of these days when my friend Holly, she wants to come on the show and she said that she's going to talk about intention and I cannot wait for that day. It's going to be beautiful and intention is super important. But Carly, you amaze me. That is just so beautiful. The universe works out for us. You just got to send it out there. So whatever you want in life, just send it out. Be in tune with it all because it will come back to you. All right, my friend Steve should be calling soon. I'm really excited for him to call. I hope I can figure out the answering for this phone thing. 330-672-7701 is the number. Hope all of you are feeling like magic today, because that's what you are. Beam of magic and love. 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 Oh my gosh. Just a funny little thing that happened the other night when I was out on Saturday. I just accidentally heard a conversation. It's not that funny, but people always make fun of people who are like, what's your horoscope? And I chimed into a conversation of girls and all I heard was, oh my gosh, I'm a Libra. And it just cracked me up because we are so like that. Like, I'm laughing, but I'm the same way. And it's just funny. People make fun of it, but it's really funny. All right, I'm going to play Take Me to the River by Talking Heads before Steve calls. So stay tuned. Thanks for listening to Joy Talk here till 4. That was the lovely Talking Heads, Take Me to the River. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for listening to Joy Talk. This is Jocelyn Grimaldi. I'm also on Facebook. I have a Facebook page, Jocelyn Grimaldi Joy Talk Radio. If you want to follow that, stay tuned for some upcoming shows and opportunities to talk on the show if you want, because I want you to. The more the merrier. And I'm waiting for my friend Steve to call. I hope this phone works, because hope you're doing what you love today too. I'm holding on to my crystal. Okay, he's calling. He's calling. I think I do call on air and then. Hi, Steve.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh my gosh, we got you on. I'm so excited. How are you?
I'm great. How
Happy
are
Valentine's Day. I'm so lovely.
Happy Valentine's Day.
How's it going?
Very good, very good. I'm very optimistic.
I'm so happy that you offered to talk today. It makes me so happy. That's what I want. I want you guys to help me out here to deliver messages to the people. It's all about the people.
Well, I do. I suppose I have a message. It's not really a clear-cut message, but it was something that I've thought about for several days, and I was like, this is really on my mind, and I really want to talk to people about this.
Oh, my gosh, I'm so glad. Thank you so much for that.
Of course.
We want you to talk. We want you to. So what's been on your mind?
Well, tonight I am doing a routine checkup with my psychiatrist, and that's mainly just going to be just seeing how I'm doing overall, maybe checking in on medications and that type of thing. But I was looking at the appointment the other day, and I was looking at it on my calendar, and I was like, oh, like that's Valentine's Day, which I don't know, like that would be very easy to complain about. But
it's like
but I love it. Like I seriously love it.
I love that you love it. Oh my gosh, I'm beaming with happiness.
But it's surprising to me now how unashamed I am and how proud I am with doing that work to better myself, you know. And I'm doing right by the people that care about me and want what's best for me. And,
exactly. That makes
me
so happy.
Back. Of course. I just think back at all the times that I persevered and other times when, like, my family literally would have to drag me in sometimes just to like go to my appointments.
Right. No, it's so difficult. Yeah. That is such a big commitment to accepting.
But to build off of that, or to go into a different direction, however you perceive it, I think that Valentine's Day can be a very bitter thing for people. And I mean, I just get it, like how just the loneliness can just eat away and you know, really corrupt any sensible way of thinking, and romantic love just seems so accessible, and you just want to project your emotions onto somebody and feel better, and thinking that loving or even liking yourself is an impossible task.
Yeah, wow, Steve, those are some strong words. Yeah, thank you for that. That's so true.
I'll be honest, some of them were rehearsed. I was going off the dome for a little bit of that, but I was really putting some thought into this.
No, it's good. I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate this.
This is a line that I wrote that I really like. That my salvation I didn't find in a relationship. I found it in my friends and family.
Wow.
Beautiful. And I mean it's true. Like, even though like that's a totally scripted line, like I found that when me and my best friend Logan, we just went hiking all summer and we recorded an album in a garage.
Yes. Wait, is that when you guys started?
we've been friends for years now, but like that's when
The band, though.
Yeah, as soon as I got back from California.
Oh my gosh.
It was like I didn't want to do anything. Like I seriously recorded some stuff and I was like, I don't want to do anything anymore, and I just like would stay in my house. And Logan was the guy who was like, dude, like what are you doing? Like you need to be out. Yeah.
This is so awesome.
And
And look at you guys now. Oh my gosh.
Right? Right? Just on top of the world.
Steve, you are so inspiring. That is just amazing. Thank you for sharing these experiences and times that you went through.
Of course.
And
So,
are still
friends
going
and
through.
family.
Mm-hmm.
Friends and family, extremely important. That's one aspect that I wanted to talk about, without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something else I wanted to get from a book that I read that was extremely helpful. The book's called Lifting Depression. It's by a woman named Kelly Lambert. And she talks about this thing called effort-driven rewards, which is like when you do things, when you work with your hands and when you create something and when you like make a tangible thing out of your actions, it activates certain chemicals in your brain and certain dopamine receptors, and it really just aligns you. Like when you do things like gardening or painting or cooking or stuff like dopamine receptors, and it really just aligns you. Like when you do things like gardening or painting or cooking or stuff like that, like it like seeing yourself create, like, whereas like music is similar, but you don't really get a tangible thing out of it.
Right.
But like cooking is like you're putting in the ingredients, you're like adjusting the temperature, you're using so much of your entire being, and you're just creating something with it. And I wanted to share a passage, if that's okay.
Please. Oh my gosh.
Okay, because you can just cut me off if I'm going on too long.
No.
But this is another thing I read in I was trying to think, is it from Listening to I think it was from another book called Noonday Demon, because I have the excerpt here, because I read that book too. It's very
awesome.
But it's basically about the Khmer Rouge, which were like a communist Cambodian group who pretty much committed unspeakable atrocities on the Cambodian people. And there were all these people who were just living in complete desolation from that. And there's a woman named Nguyen Phu Le. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. She was,
I'm always saying, I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
She was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. And what she did was like very compelling, because there were all these women who were completely traumatized, and I'm reading a lot directly from the book here, so bear with me. Like they were completely traumatized by the experiences they had. They were unable to take care of their children and themselves, or some were even unable to talk. And they were just completely incapacitated by intense post-traumatic stress. And what this woman did, what Nguyen Phu Le did, is she introduced them to knitting, and which activated their effort-driven reward circuit, and she taught them how to reestablish relationships by the use of grooming. And here's the passage right here. Okay. And then when they have mastered work, at last I teach them to love. I built a sort of lean-to and made it a steam bath. I take them there so that they can become clean, and I teach them how to give one another manicures and pedicures, and how to take care of them. And how to take care of their fingernails, because doing that makes them feel beautiful, and they want so much to feel beautiful. It also puts them in contact with the bodies of other people and makes them give up their bodies to the care of others. It rescues them from physical isolation, which is a usual affliction for them, and that leads to the breakdown of the emotional isolation. While they are together washing and putting on nail polish, they begin to talk together, and bit by bit they learn to trust one another. And by the end of it all, they have learned how to make friends so that they will never have to be so lonely and so alone again. Their stories, which they have told to no one but me, they begin to tell those stories to one another.
Wow.
And I mean, like, I don't know what to say to comment to that, because that's one of the most powerful things I've ever read.
Yes.
Just how people are able to reestablish those connections that have become severed. And but I mean, I guess that's what's so compelling about human beings, is that we're able to experience such atrocities, and we're still able to love somehow through all of it.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're so right. Thank you so much for sharing that. That was
Of course.
so much to think about. I really like that the author talks about doing things like cooking or painting, that because you're creating, but you're putting things into it, and makes you feel like you have control over what you're creating.
Exactly.
Which makes us feel good. So, but
yeah, that's a word I didn't say, but like, as you said, that's important. Control. Having control over your environment, and having control over yourself.
Yeah, and that is something that I really had to let go of, though, for many reasons. In the past, I needed to control a lot in order to feel comfortable, and I realized that it actually made me feel more uncomfortable, trying to control certain situations and outcomes and feelings of my own, and it's scary, because it actually just made me spiral more out of control. And I've been to a counselor as well in the past for my anxiety, and thank you for saying that. It's beautiful. It really, it's awesome.
Well,
and
I think
accepting it is the most important thing, because I used to I just thought something was wrong with me, not mentally, but just physically. Like, I would always be afraid of the physical sensations that came with my anxiety. And everyone's different, but I just got them physically, like, bad. And and it was definitely all in my head that these feelings were for like a physical bad. I don't even know. But as soon as I accepted that it was my anxiety, and that my anxiety isn't who I am, but it's a part of me, and I started sending love to it more, and started telling other people that I had it, and then I realized that it started slowly evolving itself into what it is, but as a positive, beautiful thing, and it got easier.
Yeah, that's something that my psychiatrist tells me to always do, because I tell him of all the things I do, all the creative projects I have, and he's just like, Steve, like, I get it, you have anxiety, but like, look at all the shit you've like created from that. Like, we don't want to just dope you up.
Yeah.
like can you, like, he's just like, can you please, like, just can you deal with it a little bit? Because I mean, look at all the stuff that you've accomplished.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Can you deal with it just a little bit? Like, yeah, you gotta laugh with it. As soon as I start laughing with it, my negative dark sides, and I start accepting it, and I'm just like, heck yeah, I'm anxious, and then it's like better. I don't even know. It just gets better.
Well, here's the thing. There's like an episode of Star Trek where, I forget which guy it is, but he has like a guy completely separate him into two. And there's one like good side and there's one bad side. I think there's a Rick and Morty like that too. But like, but basically it's like all those bad things, they have ends and they have connections to who you are. And it's like, it's the solution isn't just to sever everything. So you kind of have to make that distinction of, yes, I'm not my anxiety. Yes, I'm not my depression, but at the same time, like, I'm, like, I realize that I am hypersensitive and I am hyper intellectual at some points, and it's like, and those connect to each other at certain points.
I love those terms, hypersensitive and hyper intellectual. Wow.
It's just true. I mean,
Because it's
like,
made us who we are. Exactly. I wouldn't
mhm.
be who I am without all of my anxiety attacks that I have under the belt.
And that's why I'm okay with being on medication, because it's not meant to dull things up for me or to make it or to make me some kind of robot. I'm working with
Right.
a psychiatrist who knows what he's doing, and he wants to enhance my life, and he wants to accentuate on the creative side of me.
Yes.
And like I think that's important.
It's so important. You have so much creativity, and you know, it gets really hard to open that doorway for it to just
Sure.
flow naturally, constantly.
Well, of course. Everything is very close to the surface when you're a sensitive person or you're a creative, and it's like everything you do, and you're always reacting to things in such a heightened emotional state, and it's hard to really. But I mean, I think what helps me is my routine. Like if I didn't have my routine, then I would be a wreck. Like it's like I have to get up and I have to do what I have to do. I have to do my projects, to do it the way that I plan to do it. And it's like, we need structure. That's it. We don't need to be doped up. We don't need to be put away somewhere. It's just when you're hypersensitive, when you're creative, and when you have a lot going on in your mind, it's just like you need some kind of balance.
Yes, exactly. Thank you for that. It's all about balance, always.
Of course.
Beautiful. Do you have anything else to talk about? How's Vinyl Wings going? You guys performing tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna play at Iggy's tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody's listening, go to Iggy's in Lakewood, Ohio, Cleveland, and it's a cool little bar that does jam nights every Wednesday. It's so much fun. They just rotate instruments on stage, and it's a fun time. I really want to make it out there again soon.
Dude, come out like anytime.
Maybe
seriously.
I will tonight. It's just that
You
I
should
have
do
a
it.
7:45.
100%.
I have a
If anybody's listening, text her and be like, "You better go out tonight." Like, hold her to it. Make her put it in her calendar. Make her put 3 reminders at least.
Dude, I really should. It's an hour drive, and
I understand. Yeah.
time is not real though. Like I'm sitting here thinking it's an hour drive, and I have a 7:45 class. But honestly, the last time I went, I had so much energy the next day. So it's all about what you think.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's all about what you think about the situation at hand. It does hype you up. Heck yeah. Like, we got to get you playing in here, you and Logan.
It can't.
Yeah, for the radio show.
Okay, because we want to do kind of like a tour of just like the college towns and like maybe go out every weekend.
Every weekend. Heck yeah. I'm throwing up the rock sign right now. You can't see it, but picture it.
Well, I mean, we're already every week. I mean, it's like, why not amp it up to every
they have
weekend?
open mic. They have, I can send you the bars and stuff they got going on here for open mics and stuff. It's awesome.
Absolutely. We'll be there.
Aww.
If you send me an address and a time, I will be there.
Oh my gosh, I thought you just said send you an address.
Well, I meant
like,
to the
you want to wear a dress though?
Oh, I mean, I have bought a dress. I didn't wear it though.
Oh, really? Why?
I thought about wearing it, but I didn't.
Why didn't you wear it? And what does it look like? What does this dress look like?
Because my mom found it and she threw it out.
What? Why?
Because when I went to California, she was quite bitter because I didn't really tell anybody. I just left. I just went to California.
Oh
and
my
so
goodness!
My mom...
Tell us about that.
Well, this goes along the lines of what I was talking about earlier, where this is where I was undiagnosed with what I was dealing with, which I now know is bipolar disorder.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time, I didn't really know what I was dealing with, and I was just kind of slipping. Like,
Right.
that's what it was. I was just slipping, and I didn't know what was happening. And so I was working at a job that I hated, and I was working it went anywhere from 8 to 12 hours, and it was like a desolate warehouse and like with no windows. And it was work that I was good at, but that I didn't enjoy at all. And so that was building up, and I just didn't have enough self-awareness to know that maybe I should, I guess I did, because I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go to California. Like, but it's like, that's the thing, it was running. Like I could have healed the situation better. Like, I could have gone out and reached out to people, but I just felt so isolated, and I felt like there was no one to talk to, and so I just left. Like, that was it. Like, I was just like, there was a week, like, I put in my 2 weeks notice, and I told everyone I was going to Florida because I just didn't want anyone to know where I was going, because I didn't want people to ask about it.
Right.
And like that was like my ultimate, like, F you, was like, yeah, you don't know where I'm going. And
you
so,
are
like,
so bold. That is super inspiring. Wow. Up and
well,
went.
here's the thing.
Cali.
Here's the thing. Like, I would have to like pep talk myself every day to go into that job. I just hated it so much, and people were mean to me all the time.
Yeah, no, that is so difficult, dude. Wow. And
I mean,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
It just reminded me of some words of wisdom that my Uber driver spoke to me 2 weeks ago. She just said to not be afraid to quit a job, because she said she woke up like every day throwing up before it or something because they were miserable into her and everything. And it's true. I was like, yeah, why would you be? Because there's literally endless opportunities out there.
Right.
For you, and you got to make sure you're doing what feels good.
And you and me, I mean, we're in the golden seat, like, and probably a lot of people listening, like, your early 20s, like, you realize how much life you have left? Like,
yeah.
Jesus, like, just, if you hate a job, if you go in the first day and you hate it, quit. Like, that wasn't always my philosophy, but it's like,
right, if you feel it.
There's just no time.
Yeah,
you have to,
there's no time. You have to
there's
go
endless
with your
time. There's endless time to do what you want. There's no time to not do what you want.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if that makes any sense.
No,
but
that
like,
literally
it makes sense in my head.
That made so much sense. I saw it like beaming brightly in my mind on a huge sign. That makes so much sense. Wow, I love that. Thank you. I'm writing that down for later, and I'm gonna color it on a piece of paper and hang it up in my room.
Can you draw me saying it with like a speech bubble?
Oh my gosh, yes. Stick figure Steve.
That works.
Maybe we can have Paige do the drawing of you, though.
No,
she's way better.
No, you have to do it.
Oh my gosh. No, that would be so funny. Where is Paige's art show Friday? I'm looking
It's this Friday?
Yes.
I didn't. It is this Friday?
Hang on. Yeah, I'm going to it. February 16th. Come check out our good friend Paige live painting, and she's going to be displaying some of her most recent artwork and 78th Street Studios. That must be in Cleveland. Yeah, 70.
It sounds like it.
So it's at 78th Street Studios, and the address is 1305 West 80th Street. That's going to be so fun. It's from 5 to 10, and she made this awesome painting of Mike Gordon and Trey Anastasio from Fish, and she said she's selling a bunch of prints of that, so I am super excited. Yes, and aren't you in Logan at this Saturday?
Yeah, we're playing at the Odeon in the Flats.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be so fun. Good for you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
You're so
We're
inspiring.
excited about it. We're really excited about it.
Cool. All right, so we got sidetracked, but why did you buy a dress again and never wore it?
Well, it's because it's hard to explain. Like, I just it's not that I'm like transgender or anything. Like, it's just that I'm really inspired by femininity. I think that's how you say it.
Yes. I
And
love
it's also
that.
like, yeah, I love the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh
So
my gosh.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna wear it to the one in Coventry because they do like a live show there.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, I never got to go. But I love that movie.
Oh
And
my
yeah,
gosh.
And
Yeah.
I'm doing, but however, I am doing a photo shoot with my friend Kelsey Much, and we're gonna have some light makeup going on, and we're gonna have some. I'm not sure exactly what we have planned for it, but it's kind of gonna be portraying a mental breakdown of sorts, and we're gonna like dye my hair, and we're gonna photograph it the whole time, and I might get a tattoo and like.
Dude, I love that.
Yeah.
What the heck? That is genius. That is so beautiful. Wow, that's gonna be. I'm picturing this. It's gonna be sweet.
Because it's not that far off from what actually happened to me when I went to Cali. Because we dyed my hair blue.
Wow, you are so cool. Wow, like you are
mean,
seriously awesome.
I can't help it. It's just pouring out of me. I'm just the coolest guy. I don't know. I'm like the Fonz combined with like. Who else is cool? Morrissey combined with like Elvis. Okay, I'm sorry, my too much ego.
No.
No, all right.
You're great, Steve. Thank you so much for speaking, spitting words of wisdom always. I'm so happy to have met you. We met just within this last month, didn't we?
Yep, and we're already the best of friends.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, we have been.
That's how it works.
We have been best of friends through, not physically, but our souls. You know, just so that's that. But thank you so much for talking.
Of course. Thanks for having me on. Like, this was a blast, without a doubt. Like, your show is amazing. Like, it should be... Like, everybody should listen to this in the world, honestly.
Thank you so much. Wow.
Of course.
These books, I'm telling you, these books that I'm reading are just really inspirational. So I just want to, like,
it is
spread
inspiring.
it all.
I feel better. Like, I feel better. Like, I wasn't in that good of a mood, honestly, coming into this. But now I feel great. I feel like I could climb Mount Everest, honestly.
Oh, I feel your energy from here. Thank you for that. That makes me so happy.
I'm sending it like an ultralight beam.
Yes.
Straight from my window here.
What color is your ultralight beam?
It looks like a very, because at first it was baby blue, now it's morphed into kind of like a seafoam green, turquoise color.
Dude, I saw the baby blue before you said that, though. So that is just awesome. Wow. Thank you so much, Steve. I'll get your music on here next week, though. I got to put it in the system here at the studio. I got to figure that out.
Okay. Don't lie to me, though.
No, they got a Dropbox system, so I have to...
Yeah.
I wish I could just play it from my phone here, but I put songs on yesterday and they didn't even make it in yet, so maybe I have to do it sooner.
Yeah, it's not a huge deal.
Whatever. What can you do? What platforms are you guys on, Vinyl Wings?
Everything. Like
everything. So just go look them up on everything.
Like, I'm pretty sure you can Google us. Like, we're not... Like, I feel like we're the first on Google just because, like, there should be like like our album showing up, but maybe not. I think it depends. I don't know.
So cool. It's just so cool.
Yeah.
You're awesome. That's about it. You type you're in Google and you're there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly.
Aw. All right, Steve. Well, you take care and have yourself a beautiful day. I'm so glad you talked. Thank you so much. Happy Valentine's Day. Peace and love to you.
Peace and love.
Have fun tonight. Jam out.
Thank you.
All right. That was Steve Vernak. He's awesome. I feel so abundant. And because that was so awesome, I'm going to play an awesome song right now. This is Llama by Fish. I am so shocked that this is in the system here at Black Squirrel Radio. It made me really happy. The first song I played by Fish was Cavern, and then this is the only other one in the system. It's such a good one. Alrighty. Thank you for listening to Joy Talk. This is Jocelyn Grimaldi. I hope you all have a beautiful, loving, awesome, wonderful, abundant day. Send peace to all of your darkness and love, because that is the answer. Can't wait to eat some chocolate later. All right. Love you guys. Have a good day.
Sunrise over the turquoise mountains, messenger birds in sight. They came up from the valley, both sides at a time, to the cold, steady rain. Rain up and down. Llama to boot. Trigger blast, fast ram, check a little seeds, I start to run. It was the loudest thing I'd ever heard, and I knew my time had come to enter the delta. Living on press, llama to boot. 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 Living on press,